What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. We are now on round 4 of Lackey Grand Prix 18. We got some gameplay for you here, and it's going to be between myself and Joe Schaefer. And going into this game, Joe and I were the top 2 in the Swiss pairings, and this is the round 4, so last round of the Swiss portion of the Lackey Grand Prix tournament, and the I'll just let the cat out of the bag a little bit here and say that both of us made it into Top Cut because we were the 1 and 2 going into this round. Both of us were undefeated, which meant that both of us had a pretty good chance of making it into Top Cut regardless. And but I won't say exactly what the pairings or what the results were. I probably will by the end of this intro, but we'll give a little bit of build up time, I guess, before we get there. And so anyways, Joe and I are going to be playing, and since both of us were going to make it into Top Cut most likely, regardless, we both kind of had the idea of wanting to mess around a little bit, and kind of expected that going into the game. Like I kind of figured that Joe would probably be like, all right, let's just have a little bit of fun, because he and I, we've played a lot of games over the years. Mostly we play Type 2, and we tend to try to want to have fun, do weird things, and you can see from this deck that it is Type 2-esque. I didn't actually count the offense and defense, but it might be pretty close to Type 2 legal. So if you're looking to get into Type 2, you could try out this deck for sure. And you might just have to adjust a few things. Like here I can see the reserve. You'd have to take out one of the good cards and add an evil card. Or, well, actually, I guess for Type 2, you could add 5 more cards to the reserve. So, you could add 1 more good card, 3 more, wait, 2 more good cards? No, 1 more good card. Then you'd have 7, okay? And then 3 more evil cards. And then you'd have 7 evil cards and then 1 neutral card. And you'd be at 15, which is the limit for Type 2. Anyway, I'll stop going on about that, but this is definitely a strategy. In fact, this defense is one that I actually had built a Type 2 version of. I think I played it last year at North Central Regionals. By last year, I mean like actual, or like not this most recent Redemption season, but the one before. So 2023 North Central Regionals with Joe. I believe he and I were the actual only ones playing at the North Central Regional Tournament for Type 2. And so if I remember correctly, the orange Pride of Lions defense is what I used there. And this is a Type 1 version of that deck. This is at 150 cards, which is a kind of a crazy amount. But it is legal for Type 1. 154 is the maximum. And what that means is that you can play 3 copies of single brigade cards, including heroes, evil characters, enhancements, covenants, curses, you name it. If it has only 1 brigade, then you can play up to 1 per 50 copies of it in any Type 1 deck. If it has more than 1 brigade, then you can only play 1 copy of it. So it's a little bit different than the rules for Type 2. For Type 2, you can have like 2 brigade cards, and then if it has more than 2, then you're limited to 1. And then also with Type 2, you can have 4 single brigade cards, or 4 copies of each single brigade card, except for covenants and curses. Those are limited to 3 because you can only have up to 3 artifacts. In this Type 1, you can have 1 per 50 on artifacts. You can have 1 per 50 on fortresses. So I'm trying not to make this too much of a Type 2 plug, but if you think that this deck looks kind of fun in this game, then maybe Type 2 is for you. So the idea with this defense here is kind of centered around Pride of Lions and getting that out early. Back in Classic, you could do this fairly easily with the old Nebuchadnezzar, TXP Nebuchadnezzar. If you just had a way to find him, then you could get Pride of Lions, add it to battle right away, and then the typical approach, I guess, is to get the 3 copies of Negev Lions here, which says opponent must discard a good card from their hand, and then you may draw X, limit 3, which X is the number of your lions. So if you get 3 copies of Negev Lions, you end up having or making your opponent discard 3 good cards from hand, and you get to draw 9 cards. That is pretty good. So that is that's the classic, or I guess the classic version is the Type 2 deck, or defense. The defense that I used in my Type 2 deck at Nationals in 2022. 22. I want to say it was 22. That was before rotation, right? I think. Anyways, I built had a posties offense with a Pride of Lions defense, and it was pretty brutal. That deck was very good, and so the idea with the orange defense here is that you can do kind of the same thing. It's a little bit more difficult without Nebuchadnezzar to add it right to battle, but there are plenty of ways to be able to eventually get there. I guess to get there pretty quickly, I guess, in with the orange defense, and that is going to be using cards like Driven by Spirits is kind of the main tutor, I guess, for Pride of Lions. If you have a placed orange card in play, you can take an orange card from deck, and then if played during battle, you can underdeck a character in this card, which means that if you have more than 1 copy of Driven by Spirits in your deck, then you can start out by just taking Driven by Spirits. You can then underdeck a character like in your opponent's territory. If they have multiple characters in battle and you want to take out one of them, you can do that, and then you underdeck Driven by Spirits, then you play the other copy of Driven by Spirits, and you can do that up to 4 times in a turn because of the 4-time activation limit on the cards. So you can do 4 copies of Driven by Spirits, with then the last copy you want to grab Pride of Lions, and then you play Pride of Lions, grab all 3 copies of Negev Lions, and do the thing. Hopefully your opponent doesn't have like 4 good cards in hand, and then one of them being like Amazing Faith or something. That would be not ideal, because then they just negate all of the stuff that you did. However, ideally, like if you're drawing 9 cards, you're probably going to draw into like one of these defensive dominants. Maybe you like draw into Grapes of Wrath, and you just have to play that in order to stop your opponent from negating the Negev Lions and stuff. So that is the one drawback, is you kind of have to pace yourself, or like maybe expect a little bit of what your opponent might have based on what they discarded. Like if they're discarding their Son of God, that probably means that either that was like that was one of the only 3 good cards that they had, or they probably have a way to negate the discard on your Negev Lions here that they're going to try to play. So if you can prevent them from doing that, then you're in good shape. And then with the orange, the other benefit that you have of this is that since you're not playing it on a lion typically, then Pride of Lions doesn't shuffle itself, so it'll be in the discard pile, and orange gives you Twice Afflicted, which says search your discard pile for an orange enhancement and play it. So if you get to one of these, then you can get Pride of Lions back and keep using it, keep making your opponent discard, and then keep drawing cards, which in a deck this size you definitely want to do. So Driven by Spirits is kind of what you need to get to in order to get to Pride of Lions. It doesn't have a discard ability, right? Yeah, so yeah, Wages doesn't work, but you can use Evil Spawn to take an orange Gospel Enhancer from deck, so you can take Driven by Spirits that way, and then Sorted Spirit, you've got 3 copies of those that can go get Evil Spawn. So there's lots of links in the chain, but they're fairly easy to get to, and once you get to one, then you can just keep on going. And then the rest of the defense is just kind of an orange shell, built around it, using multiple copies of the best orange enhancements, and having some stuff in reserve to back it up. So the offense, what's the offense trying to do here? This is kind of like a Ruth, like speed offense, but that is slightly just geared, I guess, toward getting out David, or getting out kind of some momentum going, and then just finding some battle winners and capitalizing on having all of the resources available from the defense, while also being able to kind of conduct the defense in a way by having some side battle options with the Lord Goes Before You, which you can grab out with any of these 3 copies of David's Harp, or you can grab out with Storehouse, or Brothers Conflict is also in the main deck here, and you can search that a few different ways, I guess. You got, Solomon's Temple, I guess that's Solomon's Dream, and that's pretty much the only way to search it out as far as I'm aware, but, you might be able to draw into it, or I guess Crowd's Choice is always an option. But otherwise, the offense is just trying to draw some cards and do some searching to find the right cards. And because you have so many cards on offense, you can play all these counter heroes too, like Jesse and Obed. Joseph can do a little bit of crowd control. You can play Music Leader. So you can do all of that without risking a whole lot, or without taking up too much space. Normally in like a 50 card deck, you probably won't have enough slots for all of those cards, while also having your heavy hitters that are going to actually get through and get rescues. But in this deck you can do it, and with these 3 copies of David's Harp, the 2 copies of Great White Throne, Covenant with David, and Land of Moab, you also have 3 copies of Love Righteousness. It is super easy to get out whatever hero you need. And then of course Angel of the Winds, there's 3 copies of that, and then 2 copies of Victorious Being. Those can all go to David. It can go to Woman with Child, which is handy. And then some of these, or Angel of the Winds, can go to all of the other heroes as well. And so it's really just about creating value opportunities and making use of just these strong multi-brigade white enhancements, and then also just some of the flexibility with cards like Lost Child Found, and No Need for Spices that can grab a few of the enhancements from reserve, and then also just be strong in battle, because it's works to negate and reserve an evil card, so it works in special initiative or as a battle winner, or it can take an artifact if you need. But yeah, there's just lots of flexibility with these enhancements. And the artifacts, Bow as a Sandal, you can use to add a Minadab to battle. I guess another way to grab pretty much any Ruth hero that you want, which is a lot of the heroes in the deck, or at least the main ones. You want to be grabbing Elimelech to get that, drawing and speed going. And then also you've got plenty of room for utility in a deck this size. Even multiple copies of some of those utility cards like Storehouse, Threshing Floor, Kingdoms, Gates of Hell. These can all be useful, especially Gates. Having multiple copies is nice because you can discard it kind of at will, or as you need to, in order to add your demon to battle. And then if you have the other copy, then you can be a little more free to use the other copy that you already have down without really having to think about it too much, or like, oh, should I save this for later? You can just be like, no, I'm just going to use it now. Then that way I can put the other copy down on my turn. Because if you're not familiar with the way, what it means when you're using multiple copies of the same card, fortresses, artifacts, and some characters are all unique. And if they're unique, then that means you can only have 1 copy in play at a time. You can only control 1 copy at a time. And so cards like the 24 Elders, the One with Child, even Angel of the Winds, and Elimelech, you can only have 1 of them down at a time. So if you draw into other copies of the same card, then you can't put those down. So that's why Gates of Hell, even in a Type 2 deck, I would sometimes run 3 copies of Gates of Hell, maybe 2 in the main deck and 1 in reserve or something like that, because I'm going to be able to use them up. Whereas most other fortresses, I'm probably only going to use 1, depending on how many ways I have to search them out or how important they are. If they're more central to the strategy, then I might want to use more than 1. If it's like a Colosseum or something in a deck where I'm wanting to do a lot of fight by the numbers kind of stuff and tossing enhancements with the negated and special ability, those are where I might consider using more than 1. And in this deck, we've got 2 of each of the fortresses here. And also in a 150 card deck, you need at least 21 Lost Souls. And with 21 Lost Souls, that means you could play up to 21 Dominance, but this deck only has 14, which makes it a little bit easier to convert this to a Type 2 deck if you want to pare things down a lot to, you know, just go to like a 100 card version. You can take out all the well, probably, you know, some of the duplicates from like these oh, I don't know. I guess you can keep them in for like the 3 copy cards for type 2, but you probably don't need them. Like you probably don't need 3 copies of Angel of the Winds. You don't, you know, you wouldn't need some of the other duplicates here. But anyway, I'll stop talking about type 2 now. Sorry. I just, you know, big decks and type 2, they just go together, and playing Joe just all feels natural. But anyway, this deck has plenty of room for dominance, plenty of room for Lost Souls. In type 1, you can only have 1 copy of each Lost Soul, no matter how big your deck is. So this deck has 21 unique Lost Souls here, which you can pause it and kind of figure out what all the Lost Souls are, or you can look in the deck list in the description, which, man, sorting the deck list, which I actually haven't done yet, but also like laying this deck out is probably longer than this entire intro is for recording. Or it probably took longer than this intro is to record. But anyway, hopefully this is visually appealing and attracts you guys to bigger decks, because they are kind of fun to play. That said, I didn't actually play this deck this game. This is the deck that Joe played against me. And based on the way the game went, I was like, you know what? My deck didn't really do the thing that I wanted it to do, in part because this is the deck that Joe decided to build and play against me. And that, like, the deck that I built, you can watch the game and you can try to figure out like what my deck strategy was, or like what I was trying to do. It's probably going to end up being in a different video sometime later on. I might do some refining to the deck as well in the meantime, but the deck was really not prepared for playing against a deck like this. It wasn't a mill strategy, so you know that obviously you might be able to see why that particular strategy would not work well in this situation. But it felt pretty similar to where like I wasn't, there was just no chance that what I was trying to do was actually going to happen in this game. And you know, that's okay. I still had fun playing the game, mostly just watching Joe play the game. So I'm still going to show the video here, and you're still going to be able to see this deck in action. And that's why I figured for the intro it might be better just to highlight this deck, kind of talk about the overall strategy, what Joe was trying to do with this monstrosity of a deck. And in part because I also had considered building this style defense, and I don't know if I would have ended up with the same offense, but probably something similar. I don't know, maybe I would have gone like Angels or something, because I kind of like playing, you know, Angels with big decks, because you can do OT and NT without really losing a whole lot of stuff. But anyways, the fact that Joe played it and got things working fairly well for him was kind of everything I needed in order to feel like this deck was well represented on the channel. So it kind of saved me some time of not having to build this deck for myself and go through all the trouble of being like, okay, 150 cards, what am I going to do? And I might have, well, no, I probably would have done the 150 card version, because you got to go all out. You need all 3 copies of Negev Lions, in my opinion. I think 2 copies is okay, but they're probably going to be negated if you've only got 2. But in type 2, 4 copies is ideal. You can do maybe 3 in the main deck and then 1 in reserve that you can grab later with a different Pride of Lions. Like, oh, that's the cherry on top. You can only search for 3 with Pride of Lions. So if you're playing at turn 1, you would probably, you know, you would need to have drawn into one of the other copies of Negev Lions. And there's a limit 3, so in that case you would only get to draw 12 cards. But the more important part is how many cards you're discarding from their hand, because the more cards you discard from their hand, the less likely they're going to be able to negate any of the copies of Pride of Lions. So anyways, this is the deck that Joe built. A little disclaimer, I guess, this is not the version that he used against me exactly. He did make some tweaks to the deck before I asked him to send me the list, and one of those tweaks was like adding all these 3 copies of the Woman with Child, which is fairly important in a big deck because you want to be able to get to your dominance, Son of God and Second Coming. Fortunately, Son of God with the new OT version is pretty easy to get with David, but otherwise you've got Solomon's Dream, you got Crowd's Choice, and that's pretty much it as far as getting to your Second Coming. So that's something that you, or I guess that Joe recognized during our game that was like, hey, I need to fix this. And then he actually used this in his Top Cut game, from what I understand, against Chad, which, I'll just give away. So Joe played Chad. I played Flooded Red, or, well, I haven't played him yet, but I'm scheduled to play Jay. And this is, Joe played this deck. I believe Chad actually won that game, so it's not an invincible deck by any means, or a brick wall by any means, but certainly the deck that I chose to play was not well prepared to take on this one. But I did rescue at least 1 lost soul, so we'll put it that way. So yeah, this is it is kind of a grueling game. It took Joe the full 75 minutes to actually get there. But most of it was just him playing cards and drawing cards, then putting cards down, figuring out what to discard. A lot of it was him searching through his deck, so hopefully I'll be able to edit it down so that it's fairly manageable to watch here. But anyways, before we get into the game, we're going to give a shout out to our friends over at Your Turn Games. They have a deal going on right now, which is that you could earn a free gift card a free $10 gift card if you spend $50, or really for every $50 you spend, I should say. You get a $10 Your Turn Games gift card. So if you buy a display box, for instance, which if you go over here, you can go to booster packs, tins, display boxes. You go to Israel's Inheritance and you want to get a display box, it's $108. So that's a little more than 2 $50 chunks. So if you do that, then you are going to get a Your Turn Games gift card for $20. There you go, or maybe 2 $10 gift cards. I'm not exactly sure how he's doing that. Splitting it up. I assume you put them together, and then you're already a fifth of your way to a second box. So there you go. And then when you buy the second box, maybe you can get another $20 gift card. I guess I'm not sure if if spending with gift cards applies to the deal. I don't know. These are things that you'd have to figure out with Andy, I guess. But this is all something that is only going to last until Friday, which is tomorrow, for those of you who are keeping track at home and who are watching this on the day that it came out. If you are watching it after that, then you might be too late, but it's Friday at 11:59 p.m., probably Eastern time, because that's where Andy is. So if you are watching this on Thursday or Friday, then you probably still have time, but otherwise, so sorry you missed it. But there will certainly be other deals in the future for Your Turn Games, because Andy and Kelsey love to put stuff up like that. So head on over to Your Turn Games, buy a 150 card deck, or maybe worth of singles, and you can support them as they support this channel, and you're supporting them sort of by supporting me and supporting them, kind of. Yeah, it's it's all great symbiotic relationship we've got going on here. So go show them some love, buy some cards, get some gift cards, and let's go ahead and get into the game.
You did go 57.
I did, yeah. Couldn't quite get myself to add the 58th card back in there. Oh boy, and you went to 150. All right, well,
Shenanigans.
This will be interesting indeed.
It's got to be the largest deck played on video, right?
Probably. I don't know. I don't think I've ever played a 150 before. So I think I did 100, but I think that was it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is legal. But
That's comforting.
Uh,
All right, well, let's I guess let the shenanigans commence here.
all right, good luck. Hopefully, I
Uh,
don't just fall on my face here.
I mean, it might be difficult. All right, no souls on my end.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Ooh, low roll.
Who also rolled a 1.
Okay,
Oh, now I got a
I
6.
still got a low roll.
All right, well, guess I will go first.
Okay.
Right. Well, actually, uh, yeah, I'll go first. Why not?
Okay. Any stars from you?
No stars.
I don't think I want to do any stars.
Cool. Gonna
All
go
right.
hunting.
Am I good to do my soul?
Yep.
All right. I will
Pick out
go to my deck.
one of your 20 options.
I'm playing 21, I think.
But you know, Hopper Hunter itself is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I only got 20.
Well, I suppose
Souls.
maybe they're not all Old Testament, so you know, there's that. What you could do is you could take one from my deck and shuffle Hunter back.
That sounds. Honestly, don't know what the play is here.
That's what happens when you give yourself so many options. There's no Control
20 of
F
them.
feature in Lackey.
Okay. Yeah. I think probably go something like this.
Seems reasonable.
All right.
I'm gonna take that as a
Underdeck.
good sign that you don't like something in your hand.
It's more of the hand could have more fun cards.
Sure, yeah, that's fair.
And I don't think I have to show you what I underdeck. Is that right?
That is correct. I won't stop you if you want to.
Well, underdeck that card. Draw one.
Alrighty. Good to kick us off then.
Go for it.
All right. I think at the risk of ruining the surprise, I kind of want to see what I'm going up against here, so I'm going to pop the Vain Philosophy now.
Okay.
And see what you got going on here. All right, well, that's a lack of evil characters, which is kind of nice to see. I can see why the Grumbled was the choice here. I guess we only have one option for the underdeck, so we'll go ahead and do that. And have to figure out a way around falling away, I guess.
May I have Dominish?
Yeah, I suppose you can.
I mean, one good turn deserves another, right?
It's only fair, I suppose.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that means I didn't get my cross active before you asked for it.
We'll do the glory.
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I was planning to activate the cross anyway, so there we go. Then I think I will just go right to battle, if that's cool with you.
Yep.
How much do I need to try to accelerate here? I don't know. I think this will be the more fun play here. I'm just gonna attack with Citizens of Sychar And I am going to go find a Sidecar.
Okay.
And we'll put it in play as a fortress.
And you have seen my hand. So
That I have. Ooh. I'm winning. And I'm going to double check my Land of Redemption at the end of this game. Make sure there are no dominants in it.
that's fair.
Still can't believe that happened.
That is pretty crazy.
All right. I am going to pass turn.
All right. I will draw for turn. I got another soul for you.
Huzzah.
And I got another soul for you.
Oh. I don't like that one as much.
I think Disoriented will go ahead and negate the
My
cross.
Sidecar. Oh, okay.
All right. Now this could be fun. Maybe not. I don't know. Don't have everything, unfortunately. So, with that being the case, let's go ahead and drop a Land of Moab.
Sure.
I guess I'll grab an Obed.
Obed.
That's what I did. I'm not sure that that's correct, but that's what I did.
I mean, now you've got a more
right.
permanent solution to the cross. If I get rid of your Disoriented somehow.
All right. Well, you don't even have a soul for me.
I do not.
That makes me wonder if I should be doing that or just go for that. I feel like you hurt me if I. Just in case, we'll drop down a Polycarp.
Sure.
We'll drop down Obed. Isn't active yet. We'll go ahead and put Disoriented in the Land of Moab.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I know you have a white hero. And I guess we'll activate Bow as a sandal. And I'll go ahead and discard it.
All right.
Here's my deck. I might have a few sandals in here.
Yeah, more than two, that just seems unnecessary.
I'm going to grab
only got 2 feet. Yep.
You need a third sandal to throw at people. All right.
2 for wearing, 1 more for throwing. Fair enough.
And I guess I'll go ahead and battle challenge you here.
Mm-hmm.
Elimelech, I'll draw 2.
Yep. Another soul.
And I think the soul has to trigger before the rest of him.
Yep.
That was part of the draw. So it goes get an NT soul from deck. Do I just go for that or actually try to rescue here? I'll do the fun thing. That's why we're playing 150. Not to win. To have fun.
Good.
Galileans. I'll go ahead and exchange an evil NT card from hand with an evil NT card of Magic Brigade from deck. Go exchange Choked Seed deck for a Sorted Spirit.
Okay.
Alright, now to finish Elimelech, I will go ahead and banish him to take a Ruth Hero from deck, where 100 and some odd cards is this card.
So I'm saying, man, they need a Control F function for Lackey.
Alright, we'll go get David.
Yep.
And I will go ahead and add him to battle.
Yep.
Convert him to Meek to take a good OT card from deck. Because I need to search more, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Naturally.
I'll make it simple. Solomon's Dream.
All right. Seems.
And that is my battle
good.
challenge.
Well, I think it's in my best interest here to decline. And also...
That feels rude.
Well, if I had a choice, then maybe I wouldn't, but...
Okay. I don't believe I played a territory class enhancement yet, have I?
I don't believe so, despite all the searching that you've done.
You want to search some more?
Hooray!
Solomon's Dream. Good card will be Crowd's Choice.
Sure.
Because, searching is apparently what I'm doing.
It's the name of the game here.
Hey, I'm down to 129.
Yeah, I mean,
we're making progress.
You're catching up pretty quick.
Making that progress. And yeah, with that, we'll pass the turn back to you.
Sweet. We'll draw Sad Darkness. All right. Obed. Guess we'll go ahead and deactivate the cross here. And let's put down Satan's Seat.
Seat.
Yeah. Let's put down another artifact. And guess I'll just go to battle here.
Go for it.
I'm going to attack with Hannah. And let's see what you got.
Okay.
Alright, most of the same
have
stuff.
One evil brigade.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but... and you got the Martyr too. Oof. And the Aminadab, I like to see that. Alright, I will draw my one.
Alright.
Exciting. And
Am I good
I will
to
not
move to
reserve
block?
Samuel. Go for it. Yep.
Alright. Think playing that. So we'll see if I'm playing what I think I'm playing. We'll go with Sordid Spirit here.
Mm-hmm.
Psychar is in your territory, I think.
Yeah,
So we'll go
I knew you were coming after my Psychar.
place.
Yeah.
And then go add a Gospel Demon from deck to battle.
Yep.
Afflicting Spirit.
Alright.
Okay. And we will go exchange your Hannah for Citizens of Psychar.
That seems reasonable. I don't know that I like it, but here we are. I guess I will reserve the bottom card of your deck because I can.
There we go. You're reserving a Messenger of Satan.
Aha. Take that.
Okay.
And
Do I have
sadly,
initiative?
I don't get to draw from Psychar. You're mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I don't have a Samaritan to ban too, so.
I'm going to go ahead and play Driven by Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go take an orange card from my deck. Driven by Spirits.
Seems good.
And then it's played in battle, so I'll underdeck your Hannah and Driven by Spirits.
Yep.
And do I have initiative?
That you do, yep.
Okay. Well, don't see any more characters. But
I'm talking about you've got 3 of them over there.
I might underdeck one. We'll do Driven by
roundabout way
Spirits
to
here.
reset your David.
Maybe. We're going to go into the deck here. The orange card I'm grabbing this time is...
If it's not Pride of Lions, I'm just going to be a little bit upset.
Pride of Lions.
There we go. Oh, good.
I figured you'd have an idea what I was doing. And then,
of course.
I guess I will underdeck. We'll underdeck my Polycarp.
Okay.
And Driven by Spirits.
Yep. Still your initiative.
Okay, I'm going to leave the deck revealed then, so I can play that Pride of Lions.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna then get 1 Negev, 2 Negev, 3 Negev Lions.
Okay. Good.
All right. So first Negev Lions, you have to discard a good card from your hand.
Sorry, Bart.
And I can draw 3.
Yep.
No souls there. Second Negev Lions, you have to discard a good card from your hand.
I haven't any more good cards. So you may take a peek.
Okay, see the peek. Land a moment. Oh, you're probably playing some. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're playing more light offense and Ruth offense, but probably.
It's just here for the hand increase.
Oh, okay. Well, I will draw 3 from the second Negev.
Yep.
And then the third Negev. Am I good to just go ahead and draw the 3?
Yep.
We drew some souls this time.
Not that I really care anymore, but I don't really like those souls.
All right.
Kind of liked having few.
Let's look through my 30 tokens. There's the Harvest token.
Yep.
Lost Souls will trigger. You'll get a Lost Souls token.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Humble. And I think Pride of Lions has completed now.
That sounds about right.
And your initiative.
All right. Would you like to play Dominant, Falling Away, or something, maybe?
Not at the moment, no.
Oh, all right. Citizens of Sykar will die then.
All right. I did the thing.
You done did the thing. Now the question is, how many copies of Twice Afflicted do you have in there?
Up to 3.
Yep, that was the thing. I was, kind of hoping that that the Afflicted Spirit, or that there wasn't a way for you to get initiative there, I guess, against Hannah. But
yeah,
the Citizens of Sykar was vulnerable. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go and pass the turn. Like the record to show, I'm still winning. So, just saying.
To be fair, I'm not sure how I'll win the game if I can, but we'll find out. There is an off. Let me think. Do I want to play anything before I draw 1 card? I think we're probably okay. So yeah, I'll go to my turn and I will draw 1. No stars there. Any upkeep triggers? Don't think so. Okay, let's try and get some cards down here.
Yep.
So we'll drop down a Kingdoms of the World.
Mm-hmm.
I will play a territory class enhancement here.
Yep.
Well, will I? Yeah, it should be fine. We'll play Destructive Sin and give it to Yo territory.
Cool.
Or, no, it places in my territory. It just affects you.
Yep.
Okay.
So, right, you negated my sidecar anyway, so.
Place down a face down artifact. Activate Book of the Covenant. Go to reserve. Grab Oath of Purity.
Sure.
Put it on book. I guess we will just bounce David.
Yep.
I'll put down a Meek Salmon. We'll put back down the David. Why not? We'll put down a Meek Boaz. Put down a Minadab. Now my hand looks a little more manageable.
Can see all the cards without scrolling.
Basically, we're going to go ahead and go for a rescue attempt here then with David After God. We're going to convert him to Meek. Go to my deck.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and grab a Threshing Floor.
All right.
And that is my rescue.
Well, that is going to be sufficient for a... which one should we give you? I guess let's go with the... yeah, I guess we'll go with the Darkness. We'll give you the real one. Save these tokens for another day.
Okay. We'll put down that Threshing Floor. We'll drop down the Accumulator.
Cool.
And pass the turn back. So I can have 9.
Yep. Oh yeah, you still got a Land of Moab hiding in there somewhere.
Distressed is holding Land of... Or Distressed is in Land of Moab.
Right, yeah. I see. Or Disoriented, right?
Or, yeah, not Distressed.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
I'll move it to the outside to make it a little clearer.
Yeah.
Oh.
All good. All right. Another sad lost soul here.
Okay. That'll trigger my Lost Souls once you get your soul trigger, which Obed negates.
Negated. Yep.
So, Lost Souls.
Yep.
Have a token.
Huzzah. You're certainly not making this easy here, my friend.
Hey. I wanted to have some fun with some shenanigans. You can't have all the fun.
That's fair. All right. I guess I will go to battle here.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with Simon of Cyrene. And I'm going to activate a gospel artifact from my deck.
Okay.
Which will be...
Sounds good.
Peter's Curse.
Okay. Restricting good dominance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Figure, if you're going to draw a bunch of cards, I might as well limit which of them you can play. So.
All right.
That is my rescue.
All right, and he's an 8/7.
8/7.
Right. Can't play good dominance, but I could play evil one.
That you can.
Dominish.
Go for it.
Evil crowd's choice.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep it simple and go grab evil spawn.
Okay.
Am I good to move to blocks?
Yep.
I will go block with that evil spawn.
Sure.
And try to take an orange gospel enhancement from deck.
Yep. You keep talking about making it simple, and then you search for cards that search for other cards that
At least I know mostly what I'm doing. Okay, that is an orange gospel card. Simplest version. I'm going to grab Twice Afflicted.
Yep.
Do I have initiative?
That you do.
We'll play the Twice Afflicted.
Mm-hmm.
And replay Pride Alliance.
Ooh.
And we'll just do the 3 negatives.
Sure. Well, once again,
So
you will get to see my lack of good cards.
okay, I do see a Sabbath Break.
Yeah, I do have an evil character now, so huzzah.
Terrifying. Okay. That false prophecy.
Hee
All
hee, haha.
right. I have seen your hand. All right, and I'll draw 3 for the first Negev.
Yep.
I will not reveal a hand here from that
You could
one.
reveal your own. Kind of fun.
There's a dull. Okay. Second Negev. Am I good to just draw the 3?
Yep.
Okay. No souls there. Third Negev. Am I good to draw 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And yeah, that's your niche.
All right, still no falling away.
Not at the moment, I don't think.
All right, Simon will be no more. This is a sad discard pile I've got here: Vain Philosophy and 3 heroes.
Woo!
All right. Well, I think I gotta try to get something rolling here, maybe.
You don't need to get anything rolling.
Yeah, let's see. You're playing a Ruth offense. How dangerous is it to put down an evil character? It's probably okay. Let's put the Sabbath Breaker down, and I will. Yeah, I'm gonna play Wages.
Okay.
Go to deck here for card with a discard ability. Let's do this guy.
Okay.
Seems pretty good against what you've got going on. And then I will pass the turn.
All right. Yeah, nothing on the end of your turn. I will not draw.
Yep. Hey, you got under 100 cards.
All right. Let's see. I guess we'll start by playing things.
That seems reasonable.
So we'll put down a Pharaoh's Daughter. Go take Moses from deck. There's Moses. I'll go ahead and set him down because why not? Set down Boaz's Foreman. Oh darn, I missed my book draw that I couldn't have drawn. I did miss Kingdoms, so that might have
Yeah,
been,
that's true.
but it's not like, oh, I don't know. Probably still okay. Let's go with Book of the Covenant. Go into reserve. I'll grab the new covenant. We'll activate it along with Oath on book. So Oath will bounce. I'm just going to bounce David. And new covenant will take from deck. We're going to grab Lost Child Found.
Seems good.
All right, back up to hand limit. So we'll drop down David. And I guess to drop down David's Harp. Activate it. Take a good enhancement that involves music from deck or reserve. I think I could do that. That'd be funny. Why not? Let's have fun. Let's go to reserve here. We're going to grab The Lord Goes Before You.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, I'll play my territory class enhancement for turn. I don't think I've played one.
Yep, correct.
So we'll play that Lost Child Found.
Mm-hmm.
Bounce your Peter's Curse. We'll bounce Peter's Curse, Phaeton's Seat, and I'm going to leave it at that.
All right.
We'll give you a target, I guess. We'll drop down Angel of the Winds.
Okay.
And now we'll go into battle here. We'll go in with good old David.
Yep.
We will convert him to Meek to take a good OT card from deck. Now, gotta have those backup plays. Then we're going to have a Threshing Floor trigger.
Yep.
I'm not bending. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Meek and or Ruth heroes.
Yep.
So I'll look at my top 6. We will take cards I can even get rid of.
Let's take up to one, so I guess you don't have to take one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one. I think pretty clearly. I'm gonna take this one. And it's what,
which one
top
was
deck
that?
or under deck? Oh, I do have to show it. Amram and Judgment.
Okay. And yep,
And
top
let's
deck
see.
or under deck.
Well, under deck.
Okay.
Okay. And
to
that is
block.
my rescue here. You are good to block.
All right. Well, I guess it was kind of face up, but we'll see what you got on the line profit, and we'll try to discard a profit. Which will be David. I guess there are two options.
Okay. Weirdly, that might be slightly lame. No, we do kind of have something. So we'll see if you have anything else. I'll let you play cards. I'm going to play No Need for Spices. We'll negate and reserve an evil card. That being the Line Prophet. I guess I have to do the take first, don't I? I missed the take. So.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how that works. Since
I missed the take. Yeah, but I think it has to go in the order of the card, but regardless, I'll just say I missed the take, choosing not to. But
okay.
Putting you in SI.
SI, I am in. Yeah, all right. Unfortunately, that's going to work. So line profit will be reserved.
Okay. Then a heart trigger will happen.
Yep.
And I guess I'll drop one. There we go. It's an imitate.
Cool. I will give you an aimless.
Okay. I'm going to drop down Amram and Judgment here. Cry about my hand size.
Need a few more Land of Moabs, huh?
Something like that. Deafening Spirit as an evil character.
Yep.
I need to get rid of 4. Okay. We can do that.
I feel like I should move my stuff over here so you can spread out a little bit. Yeah.
Are you insinuating that I have too many cards in play?
I'm not saying too many. I'm just, maybe more than your fair share, but, I guess, from a deck size standpoint, you should have, around 3 times as many cards as I do in play, which, it's definitely more than that, but...
I'm going to try not to nitpick this too much. That way we can...
Yeah, no, you can sort it later once I'm twiddling my thumbs on my turn.
I think from here, I'm going to discard these 4. Another copy of the Sordid Spirit, Mayhem, Destructive Sin, and Hate the Light.
All right. I didn't want to play the Mayhem.
We're good. And yeah, pass the turn back to you. 53 to catch up. Or I guess 56.
Yep, yeah, you're getting there. All right, well, I got a Sad Hopper. No upkeep triggers. Got a Satan's Seat that can come back down.
Okay.
Got a Peter's Curse that I will reactivate, which I guess now it resets, so that's kind of nice to get 3 more rounds. Thanks, man.
You're making me do it the hard way.
All right. Well, I think that the odds of doing something cool this game are kind of slim, but I still kind of want to try. So I will. Yeah, I'm going to play False Prophecy, and I'm going to look at the top 6 cards of your deck.
Yeah, my deck is not currently protected.
Top 6.
So.
Top deck and or under deck those. Okay. Let's do. I'm just gonna underdeck all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. All right. Yeah. Not as cool as I was hoping, but I guess. Of course, you still got that, so that's not worth it. So I think I will just pass the turn.
Let's see. No stars that I wish to trigger. Shepherds, nothing's negating it, so I will do that.
Sure.
See, maybe I can limit my hand size with this.
Underdeck some of those dominants that you don't need.
Underdeck that one to draw one. Oh, look. Another soul.
Hey.
I could bounce a character in a territory. That'd be an easy way to set David.
There you go.
But probably already gonna do that with both. So
yeah, this one you can bounce a non-human, so get your deafening spirit back.
I'd honestly probably play it back down, but I'm just gonna remiss here.
All right.
But
miss it and then remiss it.
Okay. So then we get triggers from Lost Souls before any upkeep triggers. So we can give you 2 tokens from Shepherds and Remits.
Sure.
Those are both OT. Boop. And boop.
Boop.
And upkeep triggers, I can have, see, I've got Imitate, Book, Kingdoms. So Imitate will go ahead and copy we'll copy the open hand to take a peek at what you got.
Oh, I suppose.
Ooh, Israel's Rebellion.
Got tricks in my sleeves.
I like it.
So I guess now my sleeves are rolled up.
All right. So we've seen that with Imitate. And Kingdoms. I guess we'll play a Lost Soul from my deck. We got plenty of those. We got a Crowds. That lets me play an evil character from deck. So the evil character is gonna be a Restless Spirit, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, and then a book trigger to draw one. All right. Now actually moving into another cards here. At 13, I'm gonna first set down a music leader.
Sure.
And a Gates of Hell.
Cool. Okay. So pretty.
And then we'll go ahead and use New Covenant and Oath of Purity. Oath will just bounce David, which I think brings Harp with it.
Yep.
Covenant. Go to deck. Grab. Lost Child found.
Another one.
It also works because it plays a Lost Soul from a deck. Lets me get out Galileans to set up all this too.
Sure, yeah, makes sense.
Alright. We'll set back down David. Okay, we have set down David. We're gonna go activate Harp.
You cannot activate it again. It was deactivated by bouncing David.
That's fair. Well, we will put it face down.
Sure.
No, nope. Select. Okay. Move those to set there. Okay. All right. Territory class enhancement for turn.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna play a Lost Child Found. We're gonna bounce Peter's Curse and Satan's Feet. And I guess we'll bounce Deafening Spirit.
Sure.
And now I'm going to go ahead and play a Dominant here on Hell on Sabbath Breaker.
Ooh. I was supposed to discard Sabbath Breaker.
Now we're free-ish to move to battle.
Actually, I don't think you can play it quite yet because the restricted on Peter's Curse
Restricted
is still...
same phase, right?
Yep.
So I can't play it yet.
Aha.
Like, I can't even misplay it because I'm restricted.
Right. But, you know,
so,
you can just attack and play it before I block. So.
Yeah. So I think we'll get there. But
if you draw Complacent, then you're in trouble.
Don't think I'm playing it. But all right, we'll just go on with David. We'll convert him to Meek. We'll take this Daniel, Son of God. And then that triggers Threshing Floor for 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 still. Is that correct? Yeah, the rest of them aren't Meek or Ruth.
Yep.
Foreman, Aminadab, Boaz, Salmon, Obed.
Yep.
We'll look at my top 6. Did I shuffle there? Yes, I did. Second Coming was in the top, so
nice.
There's at least a chance that I don't have it.
Knowing the Lackey Shuffler, it'll give it right back to you.
It did not. We will take You Will Remain.
Mm-hmm.
Send the rest to the bottom. That's all my triggers. And before blocks, now I can play a Dom. Full Angel the Sabbath Breaker.
Yep. Poor Sabbath Breaker. Alrighty, well, you can have a hopper.
Alrighty. I think just to get down hand size, I will Son of God one of the Lost Soul tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I have played Territory class. I'm going to set down a face down artifact. You have no idea what it is. Be afraid. But I do that, I guess. I need to get rid of 2. So we're going to set back down. Distress, Deafening Spirit as an evil character. And you will... I might want to use that, but I don't know what I want to use. So, we'll get rid of Mask of Worldliness and pass it back to you.
All right. Well. I've got a star ability, which I guess currently I should not use. Man, now that your deck is finally protected. Lame. All right. Well, I guess I will.
Maybe I should have searched out a storehouse with David one of these searches.
Yeah. I mean, your deck was, or you had your Crowd's Lost Soul, and you had Bounce My Satan Seed, so it's kind of a
Yeah.
perfect storm.
Okay.
All right, but we'll put Satan Seed back down.
Okay.
Let's do.
So, is there anything stopping Satan's seat from turning off crowds now?
No,
I was
I don't think so.
like, I think that works.
Yeah.
But it stopped your star ability though.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're tracking.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are my options here? I mean, odds are you've got a third Lost Child found, so my Peter's Curse to stop your second coming is probably not going to do anything anyway. Not that it really even matters, because who knows if I'm going to be able to block. But we can. I can maybe do something.
For it.
Sure. Just in case, I guess we'll activate the Peter's Curse.
Okay.
And then we'll, I suppose, go to battle.
Okay.
Because, why not? I mean, I guess I can think of a few reasons why not, but sure. Let's do Angel of the Winds.
Okay.
And I will go to deck for, I don't know, I guess we can make it play something at least. Let's do Zacchaeus. And I will, let's see, what, any like good options here? Not really. Let's just choose a Negev Lions to block.
Choosing Negev.
Yeah. Yeah, so now if you play your Pride of Lions, you can shuffle it back and it's CBN.
That's fair.
I have to discard a good card from hand.
Yep.
Which,
And
this is, I don't know, this is probably just a bad idea. I guess we just discard. Even, oh man, even if I do that, like doesn't bode well for me anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna discard this Talitha Coom.
okay. And then I get to draw 3 from Negev.
Yep.
Okay. I did not draw it. I
Well,
draw the second coming.
thanks for the heads up.
All right. Play that the way I want it to.
My initiative.
Do I let you do anything or just ask for Dominish? I'll play it how I should, even if. Well, I'll let you try and demonstrate some of the stuff you got. So, Uranish.
I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you just play it, get it over with.
Okay. Dominish then.
Sure.
Okay. Martyr.
Yep. I discarded the only thing I had. So.
Okay. More just like, I don't know if you're trying to show off a combo you're doing or what.
No. I mean, see, the problem was that even if I did play Talitha Coom to ban, then you could just like Gates of Hell and a Demon and then play your stuff anyway, and it was just, wouldn't have been any good for anybody.
Yeah.
So that said, I do believe that doesn't really matter. Sure, why not? You're not negating my evil cards and territory. So sure, we'll put false leaders down into play. And I will pass the turn.
Draw 3 for turn. No stars I wish to trigger. Upkeep triggers. Will read false leaders. That's the thing I probably should do.
That's
okay.
fine.
Just searchability. Okay. So imitate we'll do first, and we'll copy open hand to take a peek.
Mm-hmm. You just don't like surprises, huh?
Yeah. I see tons of surprises. But okay. I have seen your hand. I'm going to just miss kingdoms, and book is a draw, so that doesn't trigger false leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll draw one.
Sure.
All right, gotta play some things. We have a storehouse now.
Yay.
I'm gonna go ahead and play my territory class for a turn. I already have the lost child found.
Ooh.
So we'll bounce the Peter's Curse and David. Just call that it. Replay David. Will, just in case, you will remain on book.
Mm-hmm.
I am not using New Covenant, so I guess I'll deactivate it. I will place Harp on David. I am not choosing to. I guess I could shuffle one of my demons.
There you go. Reset your deafening spirit that way.
I could, but no, I'm not shuffling there. So I think from here, just this way, and go with Angel of the Winds. Go to deck and grab. I don't even think I played Woman with Child. But I still think I have something good if I can find one of them. 24 Elders.
That seems pretty good.
We'll shuffle an artifact from my artifact pile. It'll be this one. Do I have to show you what it is?
I do not know.
It's Mark of the Beast.
All right.
So that's being shuffled.
Fair enough. And you are negating evil cards. Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Well, that might make things tricky. But we gotta give it a shot. I will block with false leaders.
Okay, you are blocking with false leaders.
Yep.
And yeah, I think I'm gonna give you initiative.
What? All right. Well, I guess I think I will be playing my first enhancement this game. Oh, I guess technically I played False Prophecy. First enhancement in battle. Probably, yeah, I guess you played some too. I'm gonna play Better to Be Slaves. And who to capture is the question. I suppose, in case we get another turn, somehow, some way, we capture.
Rushing for, I think, is protecting the Meek and Ruth heroes.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, because 24 Elders is negating Satan's seat. Huh, well, that's silly. I guess we're doing 24 Elders, Music Leader, and oh, I see your Amram is protecting your Moses too. That's kind of funny. So is it just
now?
Your Amram and
yeah.
Jacobet is
Yeah, it protects
protecting Moses and Pharaoh's daughter as well.
Hey, unintended synergy.
I knew I should have played another evil enhancement first. Oh man. All right. I guess it's just 24 elders and music leader. So you over
Okay.
special initiative.
Okay. Yep, I can't do that one. I can do that. It's kind of funny because false leaders actually is hilarious because of how I thought I was going to win the battle. It doesn't work.
Thought you were gonna
So
win
I
with
think I
glory.
have to go about this. Yeah, I had glory. I was like, wait a minute, he's a priest too. Duh. Okay. I still think I have plays here. It's just how do I want to do it? Yeah, I think here. Do we let it happen first? It will occur. Yeah, it has to occur regardless. So they are captured,
Mm-hmm.
and I do have hand advantage, so you can draw if you choose.
Huzzah.
Although if you do, I have destructive sin.
It's only for good draw abilities.
You're
Can't
right.
fool
That's an
me.
evil draw ability. You're right. Okay. And then anything on the draw?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play Chronicles of the Kings as good to negate and discard all curses idols.
Takes out your destructive sin so I can draw with my good cards again.
It does. And my characters come back, draw is undone, and evil cards are doubly negated. Or evil enhanced.
Super negated. Yep. Where's a humble when you need it? False leaders is a wilderness human, right?
Unfortunately, no.
Don't have any CBP curses, unfortunately. So, and just no disciples. And I can't even play that. So, that is gonna be it, I think. I got nothing. Still want to play your glory just for fun.
Yeah. After we'll do a glory after.
I can't even trigger my Satan's seat because you're negating it with 24 elders too. All right, let's give you the disoriented there and do a quick
That's
check.
5.
Quick check. See, okay, no second coming in my land of redemption. No dominance in your land of redemption. All right, I guess that'll do it. Well done. And it only took exactly 75 minutes.
Okay.
So 75 minutes on the dot.
All right, I'll take it. So this isn't just a stall deck.
I mean,
it's far from optimized, but I mean, I definitely threw it together in about an hour and a half, 2 hours after I got off work before life group.
Fair enough.
Because I was pretty sure points wise, both of us would make top 4.
Probably.
So I can have
yeah.
Because I think that the loser of our game is number 4, no matter what. I think.
See, that's kind of what I thought in the last Lackey Grand Prix, and then sure enough, I got bubbled to number 5. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably.
But I was like, yeah, why not?
But
I was
the unfortunate part
to be in the spot. Go ahead.
The unfortunate part though is that if I do end up in the number 4 spot, that means that you and I are going to be playing in round 1 of Top Cut. So maybe that's fortunate. And I get my opportunity for revenge.
You're going to tech against this specifically. Make sure you don't have to deal with it again.
See, now I have to decide. Like, do I even like do an intro for this video and talk about what the deck was supposed to do? Because like I sort of doubt anyone's just gonna naturally figure it out. So do you want to take a stab at what I was trying to do?
I would have to let me see your discard here. The Hannah is kind of what was throwing me, but I don't have it off the top of my head here. So I'll say that much.
So, all right. Now I have to decide.
So if you want to save the idea, go ahead and save it.
And I mean, it could be a surprise to you too, because if we play in the first round of Top Cut, then maybe I could just play the same deck. Although maybe then you just play the same deck, and then I just have no chance.
Will I play 150?
Right? Yeah. That was something. I wonder if there's an argument to be made for me just like not attacking and not giving you the opportunity to do the Pride of Lions thing. Like I was hoping that with Hannah you wouldn't be able to, like, I'd just let Hannah die. And so that was kind of my thought, but I think the risk was too high. I mean, I wasn't thinking about what you would actually have in the deck, something like afflicting spirit to actually get initiative. But I kind of figured it would probably just be one card too, so it was kind of one card in hand information, which I don't think was really worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I probably should be playing the Tabernacle here, but like one of the things that I was looking at doing was offensive side battles to try to force the issue.
Sure, yeah.
Brothers Conflict and Lord Goes Before You, but
yeah, that makes sense.
Because I mean, David's gonna get initiative, so and he searches them. But
yeah, I was kind of hoping that my Lying Prophet was gonna be good enough. Like I was to take out your David or make you not be able to attack with Moses, but you had the.
For a second, I thought I was gonna have to play the Chronicles there and lose my harp in the process.
Oh, Chronicles wouldn't have worked against Lying Prophet.
That's right. It only affects evil enhancements. You're right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had enough barely, but White has enough consistency cards that you can try and get there. Everything like you should be able to generate offensive resources.
Right. So like, what do you have in reserve that you're trying to get with no need for spices?
I mean, honestly, I just kind of threw it together. So,
do you mind if I look at the reserve?
Yeah, there was like a Magnificat and was one of the Lost Child founds in there?
I don't think so.
I was trying to do like a 50-50 split.
Pretty sure you got them all from deck.
I might have. Yeah, you want them in deck for the star ability.
Right, yeah.
What else did I have in there? I am not 100% sure. I know that I've got New Covenant and Oath of Purity in there, so that was two of the good cards.
Yeah, those must have been... Oh, because I guess I put Messenger of Satan there, so... There was one other card that you took out of there at some point?
Not Harp. Turn over. Okay, so what was the other card? Was it a character?
It wasn't Moses, right? You got him from deck?
No, he was from deck.
Yeah.
Pharaoh's daughter to Moses to grab a Lost Child found, or not Lost Child found, but a side battle card was the thought process there.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, so you really just had no need for spices in there for like one card.
I guess it was two, because getting New Covenant's not bad.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Because You Will Remain I have in the deck. Pretty sure. Did I grab? I don't think I played a hero in the reserve. Nope. Deck editor. can tell you.
If only there was a quick solution.
So Magnificat, Lord goes before you. That's the last card.
Oh, yeah, you took that with Harp at one point, yeah.
Yeah, because you can get it with Harp, you can get it with Storehouse.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, it could easily just be in the deck, to be fair. But I think the fun one is using Music Leader to set up a recurrable rescue with Banner of Love, and you grab Love Righteousness so you can get Noah, and just Banner to Noah, shuffle Banner.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But I'm
So,
not playing too many females, but I've got.
Oh, yeah, you still get the trigger on Banner of Love if you shuffle it, right?
Yep.
It's not bad.
No.
I dig it. You just need to see, are there any females that choose the blocker? I guess it wouldn't work anyway because you're discarding an evil card, so it wouldn't be repeatable. But I was just trying to think of like a way to guarantee that you trigger Music Leader. Like you choose them to block with the Foreign Wives or something. To they've got a force.
David is a good way to just search it out. Sure. As long as you have Oath of Purity, just bounce David and Noah and keep on keeping on.
Yeah, but you just need a female in battle too then.
Yeah, that's fair. So I guess you can't really do it that way.
David to Meek Ruth.
Oh, it involves music, so harp. Yeah. Harp to grab it.
Oh, right, yeah. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
So there is a way. I just don't always remember the ways.
It's just the ingenuity of this deck goes beyond the beyond comprehension.
I don't know about that. It's a pile of cards.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean really the early Obed I think was, it shut off my darkness, shut off my own harp, which, wasn't huge, but it could have gotten me into some things.
Yeah. But I do think the Ruth offense is a lot better than people think. I just don't think you play it mono Ruth.
Yeah. Just the fact that you have like easy Obed access, and then David just being the tutor for everything. Yeah, seems pretty good.
I think Herod's Temple was like one of the bigger issues to deal with there, but if you can get past that, then you're probably in the clear.
Yeah, I suppose you just need to just need to put in like the Your God will be my God, and you've got the toss for 6, and
yeah, I do have that in. I was looking at playing Freedoms at some point for 7 toss, but
oh sure. I mean, you could do,
but
well, I don't know,
or just Sorted Spirit on it.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it was. I guess that'd be kind of getting away from the Ruth, but you could do like Moses and Joshua, do a little like gold splash, but yeah, probably don't need that.
I don't know. But
Wilderness Band.
Well,
but.
that was fun to get to play that. I'm sorry if I ruined your plan.
I mean, I can.
Hopefully, you get to pull off everything later and have another good video.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it'll be weird to post the video without like explaining the deck, but obviously people are going to want to see what's going on. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to get in a game between now and when the video goes up to try to surprise somebody with it. But get a more regular deck to be able to play against.
Yeah, this is a crazy one. I sent Tyler this, and I was just like, "You think I should do it?"
And I'm sure he was
But,
like, "Oh no, for sure not." Like on the channel against Jaden, no, you shouldn't do that.
uh,
Terrible idea.
he actually hadn't looked at it yet.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess that was the other
So,
option. Yeah, I'm sure he'll get
so
back to
I
you
guess
and
he was
say,
busy.
"No,
But
don't do it." You know.
yeah, previously I had asked if like playing 100 card D heavy or going with a regular deck, what he would think I should do there, and he's like 100 card D heavy all day. So
And you
there's
just went
inspiration.
the extra step and extra mile and did 150.
I think I mentioned doing 150, and he was like, "I don't know about that one." Couldn't be dissuaded.
uh, I mean, you got to get all
I mean,
three Negev in there, so you know.
but I mean, if you want the list for the video, let me know. I don't think it's optimized, but
I mean, you're not gonna post it on the deck lists in Discord.
I could, but that would ruin all the fun, right?
Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. Suppose we
I'll let
gotta,
the video.
yeah, we gotta surprise folks with it. Um, yeah, I think that was definitely one of the games of all time. So,
Gotta win with 150. Another can't win at Nats, but I can get a win with 150 cards. So,
hey, I mean, to go undefeated in the Swiss of Lackey Grand Prix, that's nothing to scoff at. So,
I think I've definitely been fortunate for sure. So
what did you
I'll
play in
enjoy
the
it
other
while it
games?
lasts. I was playing a regular deck, but
Do you care
I'm
to
not.
share what the regular
I'm
deck
gonna.
is?
It uses some of the Ruth stuff. I'll say that much.
Okay,
So,
all right.
but
I'll take it, I guess.
um,
Take
I,
what I can get.
I want to post it, but I don't know if it's. I'll probably just end up posting it. But it's a meek white deck, basically, is what I'd put it as.
Okay, interesting.
So it's not all Ruth, but so it's just trying to take advantage of a lot of the synergies of meek and that you can do with the base white stuff.
Sure.
So it's definitely got some GOC splash in there.
Yeah, makes sense. Some of
But
those
I mean,
Bethany heroes.
so it's been working pretty well.
Yeah,
But
seems like it.
so
Cool.
but alrighty. Well, thank you for the game.
Yeah, I'm happy to sit here and be the rubber ducky while you you pull it all off. I guess I'm not sure if I'm glad or uh, if I would have been better off playing Rabshka's arrogance. Maybe glad that I didn't,
Is
or
that
if I would have
our
been better
top
off.
cut game there? Rabshaka's arrogance versus 150 card
That
prize.
just sounds like a nightmare. I'm gonna take one 15-minute turn, and then you're gonna take like 10-minute turns. But
Uh,
yeah. All right. Well, we'll catch you later. Thanks for the game.
all right. Take care, Jaden.
Yep.
Thanks
See
for sticking in there for it. But
ya. You bet.
all right, have a good one.
Yep. See ya.